head coach Arthur Moreira, who's taking the table, ready for his press conference. We're going to give Coach the opportunity to make an opening statement after the Vandals were given the 13 seed in the NCAA Tournament, and then we'll open up for questions after that.
First of all, thank you guys all for coming. How cool is this? Both programs in the tournament the same year? This is awesome. Yeah, it's been such a fun year, not only with our group and our staff and our players, but to get to work next to Coach Pribble and his staff. I mean, I've never gotten along with the men's staff as well as we do it here. We truly got something really special here. It's a great time to be a Vandal fan. It's a great time for Vandal hoops. And for us, I mean, Austin just told me it's the 13 seed is the highest in the modern era, right? We were 16, 14 before. So this team just keeps breaking records. This group is special, guys. If you haven't got a chance to watch us yet, now there's no excuse not to go to watch the men play against Houston and then drive 25, 30 minutes and watch us play the University of Oklahoma. So it's going to be a great weekend for the Vandals out there.
All right, we'll open up for questions.
Yeah, Coach, most wins in a season ever in Idaho women's basketball history, 18 straight. How do you continue this momentum going into the NCAA tournament?
I mean, we got great momentum right now, right? It's hard to have a better end of the season, and I think that reflects on the seed that we got picked. We're kind of talking about we're going to be 13, 14, get us live to 15. I think our momentum got us that higher seed, and Oklahoma's good. It's going to be a fun matchup. They play fast. It's kind of one of the teams that when we're trying to see who we want to play like, it's one of the teams that we watched, you know, so I think it's going to be a pretty fun matchup for the fans there.
What's a moment like this, like an event like this, where you've got your friends, your family, the fans behind you, your team right in front of you? Just how meaningful was this moment today?
It's unbelievable. I don't even know how to explain what we're feeling right now. You know, it's like I said before, most of our staff and most of our players never been to NCAA tournament, so to get to do it with our people, you know, the people that we've had long-term relationship with, to do it in front of our community, in front of the University of Idaho fans, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. It's definitely a moment we won't forget.
Coach, in just your second year, 2 years ago, did you think you guys would be watching up and seeing your guys' names on the Selection Sunday show?
Yeah, that's the goal, right? I think we're 1 year late. You know, when I took the job, when I got the opportunity, I always said that my goal is not to rebuild programs. We want to compete from the get-go. You know, last year we want to compete to the top of the conference. We're able to finish top 3, and that's what we want to do. We want to build this into a powerhouse and compete for championships every year. So I'm sorry, you guys, it took 2 years, but hopefully we can do it again next year.
When you look back at these 2 years, and even just this year to the summer, what has it taken to build this team and get to this program to the spot that it is today?
Yeah, it takes a lot of sacrifice from everybody, from staff to players to administration, you know, to support staff. It takes people believing in the work. I thought our players from the very first practice, they were all in. You know, that they believe in what we want to do. They believe in each other. And when you have a group that is that locked in, then special things can happen. You know, and everybody asks about the win streak, but we never talked about it. You know, it's just one game at a time, and we kept winning, we kept winning, we kept winning, and hopefully we can make it 19 now.
Arthur, you said that Oklahoma is fast. Are you as fast as them or not?
We'll see. They're pretty fast. You know, I think so. I mean, we like to play that way. I think it's going to be a really fun game. You know, the pace is going to be insane for you guys that watch our game here against Oral Roberts. It's probably going to be similar, right? But hopefully we don't lose on a bank 3. We can get it done over there. But I couldn't imagine having a game that's going to be more fun for our fans to watch in a matchup like Oklahoma.
Obviously, your season ended. Well, your regular season and somewhat postseason ended how you wanted it to. You wanted to win the Big Sky Championship, and you did that. How do you kind of reset and get ready for the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I think for us, it's just going to be fun not having that pressure of being the higher seed anymore. You know, I feel like ever since we beat Montana State that first time here in Moscow, every game you go into, you're like supposed to win, right? And then this one, we come in as a lower seed, and that's when we perform the best. So I think we're going to go out there, we're going to do our best, and I guarantee you we might be one of the most dangerous 13 seeds in the tournament, with the way that we played this year, our size, our athleticism. So I'm confident we're going to perform pretty well and go out there and have some fun.
Coach, with an 18-game win streak, how do you know that your team is playing its best basketball going into the big dance?
You just said it, 18 wins in a row. How do you not? And, I think that's the biggest difference between this year and last year. We kept getting better. Even when we were playing in February, we kept getting better. In March, we just found different ways to win. I don't think we had our best offensive performance in the Big Sky Tournament in Boise, but we still found ways to win every single game. We scored well against Weber. Sac State was a grind. Montana State was a grind. We just keep finding different ways to win. I mean, in those 18 games that we won in a row, there's probably 6 or 7 of those that could have gone the other way. But our girls locked in, they executed. Like I said before, when it gets down to the fourth quarter, when it gets down to winning time, we perform as good as anybody have been in the country in the last 2 months. And the last time we lost a game was January 10th, right? So we haven't lost it in February in March yet. So hopefully we can keep that going.
Hope Hassmann and Kira Gardner, you have a lot of seniors, chose to be a part of your program this year, chose to come back or chose to be a part of it. What does that mean to you then, and how meaningful is it that they and you together could extend their careers to reach this moment?
Yeah, I'm really happy for them. I mean, all the girls that transfer in with 1 year left, that came either as a grad transfer or as a senior, they had to sacrifice a lot, because you leave a place that you've been for a few years. Sometimes you make school harder on yourself if you're trying to finish your degree in 1 year. So I'm just glad all those girls got to experience this. That's what they came here to do. People come here because they know we have a good program. They love our community. I mean, our campus is super easy to sell, but they also come here because they want to win. So them believing in that vision, and now we can accomplish that, it means a lot. And it shows that, when the recruiting process, when you tell them if you come here you're going to be competing for championships, it kind of helps prove that point, right? So I think, the only thing I wish was different is we had more years with those girls. We sure can find some eligibility left, and the NCAA is always changing rules. Who knows, right? Maybe a month from now there'll be an injunction that they all can come back. But I'm really glad we got to do it for that group.
Yeah. First-time head coach, second year going to the NCAA tournament. What does it mean for you to come here, be a head coach, and bring this program, a storied program, to the NCAA tournament again?
It means a lot because I never worked at a school that has this much support. The fact that you guys came here on a Sunday to cheer for us, and the fact that you showed up all season in Boise. I thought that championship game, when I watched Montana State play Eastern, I was worried about it because I thought Montana State had a huge crowd, but we were louder than they were on that championship game. So that makes it extra special, and the people you get to do with. I mean, I got to hire my best friends to work with me. I got to bring in amazing players. Our support staff is great. And, I mean, making the tournament is really special, but I think it's even more special because of the group that we got to do it with.
Hi, Coach. I believe you're the first Brazilian head coach to win NCAA basketball conference championship. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's cool. Everybody always asks about being the first Brazilian head coach and all of that stuff. It just shows that there's a lot of good coaches everywhere. I think it means a lot, but the biggest thing for me is if that opens doors for more people to come, not only from Brazil, but from other countries. Basketball is a global sport. I think there's a lot of good basketball everywhere. I mean, you see on our roster, we have 7, 8 international kids on our roster. There's a lot of international student athletes playing NCAA basketball, so it goes the same way with their coaching. It's cool. I got lucky that I was the first one that had an opportunity, but I'm sure there's a lot more just as good as me out there that they're going to get a chance here soon.
You going to have a screening of Hoosiers before you hit the road?
Maybe. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Coach, I'm sure your phone's been blowing up Wednesday, blowing up today. Have you heard from anyone, maybe just from your past, from your life, that you didn't expect to hear from this week?
Not that I didn't expect, but one of the coolest messages I got was from my friend Chavi. He's the associate head coach at TCU. Mark Campbell was the Sac State head coach, and he said that they've made a lot of terms at TCU, but the most special for him was the one he made at Sac State because of how hard it is as a Big Sky school to get in the tournament. We had 25 wins, or 26 wins going to the conference tournament. If we lost one of those 3 games, we wouldn't be here today. So that made me realize how special this moment is. He still says that his favorite memories of making the tournament was the year of Sac State. So we're just trying to take it all in, and heard from every coach in the league, that they all were really happy for us. I feel like we have a good relationship with the coaching community. People like our team. I think they like the way we play and what we stand for. So it was just cool to see how much support we have, even from people that we could be competing against.
2 more questions.
Coach, I think I know the answer to this question, but I want to hear you say it. What's the goal as a 13 seed going into the NCAA tournament? Is it just win the first one in program history, or what is the goal for you?
What's the tournament called?
The NCAA tournament.
March Madness, baby. We're going to go for the upside. Obviously, it's a tough matchup, right? It's the 13th seed for a reason, but I mean that's what makes the NCAA tournament special, because you have teams like us that will go out there and we'll compete and we'll give everything we got. We'll prepare like any game we prepare for this season. I think the girls are going to be excited to play. So our goal is to extend our season as long as possible and get to work with these girls one more day. And every game that we win is one more day we get to spend together, and that's all I'm focused on right now.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys coming today. Go Vandals.
All right, now we'll welcome up Hope Hassmann and Debora Santos.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
All right, we'll let them get settled and then open up for questions for our student athletes.
Yeah, one thing that Coach Moreira said pretty much all season is that you guys could have chose to gone anywhere. You chose to come to Idaho. What does it mean to go to the NCAA tournament and be a part of this team and choose to come here?
There you go. I'm going to go first. Go ahead. Yeah, it's just so rewarding. This has been my goal since I was a little girl. So to be here on the big stage and now knowing who we're going to play, it's so cool. But we wouldn't be here without all the hard work all the girls has put in, and then the coaches as well. I was saying the coaches are probably going to be up very late watching film, but that's so cool. We have everybody who cares, and yeah, we're excited to put on a show and hopefully have an upset here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like she said, everybody put a lot of work in that. I feel like since the beginning, and we've seen each other playing together, we tried all these goals and we accomplished all of them. So yeah, now we just trying to have fun. Of course, if the upset comes, that would be awesome, But I'm definitely happy to be participating in that. I mean, I really like this environment over here. All the fans, the support they show to us. I mean, that's definitely a unique experience. So, yeah.
Obviously, you each chose to be a part of this program. What was the pitch when you got here? And then was this moment kind of in the back of your mind of what could be possible?
You go. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this moment has been in the back of mine. That's exactly why I came to be a Vandal. I knew Arthur and Drew are amazing coaches, and what they stand for and the culture that they were going to build was to win championships, and that's exactly what I want to do with my career. And now we're here, and I'm super excited, but I also came because I knew they would recruit great basketball players, but great people. I mean, every single one of these girls is not my best friends, and we're all so dedicated, so it's so cool to be a part of this. And then obviously the arena, once I saw this, I was like, how could you say no? It's so cool, and our fan base and everybody who supports us. It's just so fun to be in this environment, and Moscow is just a cool, amazing town to be a part of. So yeah, I mean, it was a pretty obvious answer for me.
Yeah, I mean, I knew Arthur and Derek from back at USF. I knew I could trust them, they could trust me. Of course, coming back from injury was tough, but I guess it was just like something that I knew we would be able to manage together. Of course, seeing the court was definitely like something good. It's so pretty, like when I saw the picture, and of course, when he was recruiting me, he told me about the fans. Like he said that like, yeah, we get a lot of support. And when I got the taste of it, I was like, oh wow, that's actually like really, really nice. And I keep saying that every time on the interviews, like actually like a cozy place. I don't know if it makes sense, but everybody is so nice, you know. But yeah, like happy, really happy.
Hope you kind of hit on it there in the first question, but after the regular season championship, you said my goal is to win an NCAA tournament, go to the NCAA tournament. You guys won the Big Sky championship. First off, tell me about that feeling when you saw Idaho on the big board, and then also you said earlier at the Big Sky tournament, you said we're going to keep moving forward, we're going to keep trucking.
Yeah.
Tell me about that going into the NCAA tournament too.
Yeah, I mean, when our name was called, it's so exciting. I mean, this was our goal since July. We've worked so hard since we got here in the summer, but this isn't where we stop. I mean, this has been all of our goals, but why not keep going? I mean, I know, like I said before, everyone's going to work so hard. This week of practice, I mean, we're all going to be here so involved. Everybody wants to get better. Obviously, playing a higher seed, they're going to be bigger, faster, stronger, but I mean, why not us? I mean, we can still play hard, work hard, fight for every chance we get. Every loose ball is ours, all the little things. So I feel like if we come out and play how we know what Idaho women's basketball can do, I feel like we're going to be in a good spot.
I'm sure your phones have been blowing up. Who's someone you've heard from in the last week, maybe today, maybe Wednesday, or any time in the last week that you maybe didn't expect or that meant a lot to you, someone from your past reaching out to you?
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go?
You go.
Okay. I mean, I have a lot of support from whether it's like old high school teammates, high school coaches, club coaches. It's cool definitely seeing girls, like even a couple girls like that got into March Madness as well. I have a couple friends who've all reached out and said congrats. So it's so cool to see us all flourishing in our own ways, girls that I played club with, to see us all in March Madness and winning our tournament. So it's super cool to see people I've grown up with also being successful, but still cheering me on as well.
I mean, I pretty much had like family, friends back home. I mean, some of them didn't even know what it was, but they saw a trophy and all that. They were like, yeah, congratulations. I was like, yeah, thank you. But yeah, all these past teammates that I've had back here in the U.S., past coaches too, you know, so definitely like a lot of happy message.
This is for both of you. What's it like being a part of the team that kind of ended this drought to get the Vandals back into March Madness?
Start with Hope. The drought? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, being a part of this team is so cool. Obviously, Idaho hasn't done this in so long for both men's and women's. I think it was so cool for us to win, and then all of us showed up to the men's game and we were cheering the whole game. So for both programs, I think it's just a huge honor, but also dedication to our work. Both us and the men's team have worked so hard, so it's just so cool to be a part of this team. We're breaking records, and like Arthur said too, we can look back at this when we're older, we have families, and know we did something special and broke a lot of records, and doing it alongside my best friends, and everyone on this team has worked so hard, so I'm just so happy to be a part of it and included.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we left our marking here. I mean, probably this girl still has some long years, you know. I know it's gonna be a success too, but living like that, like my college career, I mean, it's definitely like finishing high, you know. So yeah, really happy.
One more question for student athletes.
Question for both of you guys. I mean, an 18-game win streak, you guys haven't seen a loss in a long time, but I mean, are you guys playing your best basketball heading into the NCAA tournament?
For sure. I mean, like we say, March can be a lot of madness, and we were able to keep until now, and that's the goal, you know, keep playing our hardest, you know. I mean, there are games that we gonna probably succeed on rebounds or maybe on toughness, but we're gonna succeed, you know, and I'm sure everybody has the same goal. So, yeah.
I mean, we've won a lot of games consecutively, which is so cool. And I think I was talking to Elle about it the other day. I'm like, I just like don't remember what it feels like to lose. Like we've just like every game we've closed out in the fourth quarter. So I feel like if we keep that mindset and that chip on our shoulders still going into March Madness, it's going to help us guide our way. And yeah, we know how to win games. So I feel like that's going to help us late in the stretch on this upcoming Friday.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
you.